For Atul, to thine own self be true, the time of 6 to 8 minutes, you had 4 minutes and 19 seconds.
We will now entertain comments from our group. Jennifer.
I agree with Jim that Shakespeare is always hard to understand, and I appreciate the pace that you used. You went as slow as you could and put in pauses to make us kind of think about those sections. I also wanted to comment on the introduction. I don't know if that's part of the manual or not, but I think it was really, really helpful to say this is what's happening, and also you linked it with your dad and what you would have liked him to say and that you're going to pass on to your kids, and I thought that was a really nice personal connection to the Shakespeare that that's just going to hear from you. So I really like that introduction. I think it helped a lot.
Now, I don't know if this is normally how you do interpretive reading. If the poetry is difficult, maybe you could have said, blah, 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 and then in another voice, explain what that was. Then go back and do that blah, 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 and then explain. That would have connected us because, I barely understand English and that.
So, before we go ahead, I am interested in knowing how people do these manuals, these projects.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're being recognized, sir.
I want to coattail onto what Jim said is with the gestures. I'm not sure why you picked using lecterns, but that really hid most of your body. And I'm thinking if you came out in front and held the book, because when you're behind it and you're reading, your head is down, and we really lost connection. Or at least I did.
Talking with the back of my head. All right.
Did you get something else?
Give yourself a break. I'm going to pick on you. You are interpreting Shakespeare, so you need to interpret it for us. And that means that even if we can't understand the words, we're going to understand the inflection, the body language, and everything that goes along with it, because you're supposed to help us to understand. Shakespeare is difficult, I know. I have an English degree. I studied 4 years to learn a language that everybody else in the room had to learn and then become an engineer. So I understand that I've got a benefit here. But here's something I want, this is to help everybody with these projects. It's Shakespeare. Oh my God, it's Shakespeare. I can't edit Shakespeare. Like hell you can't. When it's to thine own self be true, that's great. But if the next line is hi-ho the bird bolt, cut that out. You don't need that. And, Shakespeare, I mean, he's great, but everything he wrote wasn't gold. I mean, the sun didn't shine out of it. Anyway. So you get the idea. You can edit this stuff, you can trim it down, and you can make it into something that's easier for you to interpret. And don't be shy about doing that. People put Shakespeare, he's not all that good.
Wants to come next? I saw another hand in the back. Please. And your name again?
Ganesh.
Ganesh.
Yeah. Atul, I saw the topic was titled Interpreting Poetry. So when you were reading the poetry, I was eagerly waiting towards the end. So interpret something, but then you stopped all of a sudden and came back to your seat. So I wasn't sure whether I really got what the title meant to, because there was no interpretation. We just wanted to make it tell them.
Right.
I have that advanced manual, and I won't be using Shakespeare. I guess I have to read that, but I think his manual did say he had to read that. So,
yes. Yeah.
Okay, that's why he had to
normally
read it.
That's what you would do. And it's one of the techniques in speaking where you're reading the manual, but you're not coming across as if you're just reading. It's how you move between that, make it look like you are presenting and not reading. That's the objective.
Just one thing. Can I see your paper? Did you have you wrote on both sides, didn't you? Or printed on both sides of it?
Yeah.
Because I thought I saw that flip thing. It was subtle, but it was still. Notes, one side of the page only, and slide it gently to the side.